For months, Spotlight on Maryland has been investigating incidents of alleged squatting across the state and the impact on local neighborhoods.
Tonight, Gary Collins' investigation takes him to a Washington, D.C. suburb where residents are demanding action.
Yeah, we've heard about squatters in the news. Never thought it would be next door to, where we all grew up.
James O., a man who grew up in a multi-million-dollar neighborhood in Bethesda, is one neighbor of nearly an entire block who has contacted Spotlight on Maryland to investigate an alleged squatter takeover of a $2.3 million property on Burning Tree Road. For fear of safety, O asked to only be identified by the first letter of his last name. They contacted us after seeing our ongoing investigation into the squatting epidemic in the state.
All started around 4th of July weekend, and there were the house that we're talking about was up for sale, and we heard there was a new buyer that was interested. Sounded like they were going to close around that period of time, and some new people moved in.
O said the tight-knit community quickly suspected the new neighbors were not the actual new home buyers, but suspected squatters. They made contact with the occupants, who they identified as Tamika Good and Corey Pollard.
We were aware that the sale had not closed, and the new occupants were unlawfully occupying the building.
How did this all start? How did this all happen?
The bank foreclosed on the previous owners because they were in default on their mortgage.
John, another Bethesda neighbor to the suspected squatter house, pointed us to court records on how the property initially became vacant. The man's real name is being withheld by his request for fear of his safety. According to Maryland property records, the property is currently owned by City Mortgage. Court records show a foreclosure for the property was granted in early 2025. Citigroup filed with Montgomery County District Court for Good and all the mansion's occupants to vacate, saying it has come to our attention that you have wrongfully and properly and illegally entered and are occupying the premise, adding your actions constitute a breaking and entering home invasion, and you and all occupants are wrongfully trespassing. Yet another property neighbor, court records show, filed several criminal charges against Good and Pollard, including trespassing. On December 8th, Pollard was arrested in the mansion's driveway. As a result of the arrest, Pollard is now facing extradition to Pennsylvania to face multiple luxury vehicle theft charges for allegedly stealing cars from a Lancaster dealership parking lot. Pollard has a lengthy court record, including a federal case involving transporting stolen vehicles from Pennsylvania and Delaware and possessing more than 100 grams of heroin.
Hey, y'all, what's up? It's your favorite pro se litigation coach.
Meanwhile, Good, claiming to be a financial and pro se litigation coach on social media accounts that have also appeared in court records, missed her court date this week for trespassing and burglary charges related to the Bethesda mansion.
Wanted to show you guys something real fast. I always talk about how the devil is in the details and how when you get these documents, you have to go through them with a fine-tooth comb.
This TikTok post from April advertises a rental package for $500 for a limited time, with a screenshot of what appears to be a lease welcoming letter.
After speaking to the neighbors, we decided to try to make contact with the people inside the house.
After knocking multiple times and hearing a dog bark, but then silence, we left a business card asking for the occupants, including Good, to contact us as soon as possible. Meanwhile, back in the neighborhood, we asked John about how he feels about the alleged squatting incident.
You know, you do everything right. You pay your taxes, you pay your mortgage. At the end of the day, do you think it's unfair that others can move into your community with paying nothing?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not only unfair, it's illegal. It's immoral. You know, they need to be apprehended and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Do you think that the Maryland General Assembly should make matters of closing the loophole and squatting a priority this next session?
Absolutely, and other states and jurisdictions have done it too. I mean, you would not experience this kind of nonsense in many other jurisdictions across the United States.
We will continue to follow this alleged squatting situation closely and bring you updates. I'm Gary Collins in Bethesda for Spotlight on Maryland.
If you have a story tip for our Spotlight on Maryland team, you can call 410-467-4670 or email them at spotlightonmaryland@sbgtv.com.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.